Every person dreams of a better version of themselves, yet most never begin because they keep waiting for the perfect moment to start. But the truth is, change doesn't wait for timing or inspiration. It begins quietly, with one small decision made in an ordinary day. In this audiobook, you'll learn how small steps, done with awareness, can create powerful shifts that reshape your habits and your entire identity. Growth isn't a storm that shakes your world overnight. It's a gentle rain that nourishes your potential a drop at a time. You don't have to rebuild your life in one go. You just need to move 1 inch closer to the person you wish to become. Each small action builds a rhythm of progress, reminding your mind that improvement is not pressure, it's permission to evolve peacefully. Start with something simple. Wake up 10 minutes earlier, breathe deeply, or write down one thing you'll do better than yesterday. The goal isn't perfection, it's presence. Showing up for yourself, even when it feels like nothing is changing fast enough. Because real transformation isn't about speed, it's about direction, and every small choice you make defines where your next chapter begins. When you learn to honor these little actions, you stop waiting for motivation and start trusting consistency as your greatest teacher. You'll notice subtle shifts. Your thoughts slow down, your focus returns, and life starts feeling less chaotic and more within your control. That's when you realize improvement is not something you chase. It's something you build through patient repetition and self-respect. Even the smallest act, like organizing your space or taking a mindful pause, can signal to your brain that growth has started. And once that signal repeats daily, your identity begins to adapt, aligning who you are with who you want to become. Most people give up because they can't see instant results. But change always happens quietly, beneath the surface of your daily efforts. You won't feel it every day, but each effort leaves a mark, shaping your inner strength one moment of focus at a time. Improving yourself daily means committing to progress, not perfection, and allowing every small win to build your confidence naturally. It's not about doing more, but doing the right things consistently until they become second nature, like breathing without effort. When you look back months later, you'll see how these small steps have slowly created big changes that once felt impossible to reach. And in that moment, you'll understand, it was never about changing your life overnight. It was about improving yourself daily, quietly, faithfully. Improvement begins the moment you stop searching for motivation outside and start creating it within your ordinary moments of effort and awareness. Every morning gives you a quiet invitation to choose progress over comfort, intention over distraction, and peace over the noise of speed. The power lies in showing up even when nothing feels exciting, because discipline is stronger than the short bursts of fleeting motivation. Your small actions today might not look impressive, but they are silently building the foundation for the strength you'll rely on tomorrow. Think about it. Every strong tree began as a fragile seed that simply refused to stop reaching toward the light each day. That's exactly how your growth works too. Every time you stay consistent, your roots of self-belief grow deeper into patience and resilience. Start noticing the little habits that shape your day. How you think, how you react, and how you treat your quiet moments. When you wake up, don't rush into the world immediately. Pause, breathe, and remind yourself that you're training your mind to stay present. Improvement is not about achieving more, but about learning to live with purpose in the space between effort and outcome. Some days you'll feel nothing is working, but progress hides in the repetition, in the invisible patience that builds character over time. Every small promise you keep to yourself rewires your brain to trust your own word, creating a loop of internal strength and stability. If you say you'll read for 5 minutes and you do, that's not small. It's you proving to yourself that you can. That's how identity changes, not by dreaming of a new life, but by repeatedly acting like the person you wish to become. And when your actions begin to align with that vision, self-doubt starts losing its power, replaced by quiet confidence and grounded peace. You begin to realize that self-improvement is not a project, it's a practice, something you return to every day like breathing. Even when progress feels invisible, your consistency is rewriting who you are, slowly but permanently, one day and one choice at a time. So when the voice inside whispers that you're not changing fast enough, remind yourself that growth doesn't shout. It quietly expands through faith. Keep watering your small habits like seeds. Soon they'll bloom into results that no one can take credit for, except your discipline. The journey of small steps isn't glamorous, but it's honest, peaceful, and entirely yours, built not by luck, but by patient effort. And when you live that way, you stop waiting for life to change and start becoming the reason it does. The hardest part of improving yourself is not starting. It's continuing when the results haven't yet shown themselves in visible ways. This is where most people stop, right when their efforts begin working silently beneath the surface, preparing to bloom in their own time. Your mind will often whisper that nothing's changing, but that's only because real transformation moves slower than your expectations want it to. The human brain resists slow progress because it's addicted to instant rewards, forgetting that lasting growth comes through quiet consistency and delayed satisfaction. Each time you keep going without external validation, you build emotional endurance, the kind of strength that carries you through difficult seasons. Growth is like sunrise. You don't notice it happening moment by moment, but suddenly everything around you begins to look brighter and clearer. You don't need perfect discipline every day. You just need gentle honesty with yourself and the courage to start again when you slip. Every time you forgive your slow pace and still continue, you're teaching your mind that effort matters more than flawless performance. You begin to see self-improvement not as pressure, but as a peaceful promise, a way to live in quiet alignment with purpose. That's how small steps become rituals of renewal. They turn your daily routine into sacred moments of intention, growth, and mindful awareness. You stop chasing approval from others because progress itself becomes your proof, the silent evidence that your patience is finally paying off. When your focus shifts from outcomes to habits, you stop asking, "When will I get there?" and start asking, "How can I stay?" That question changes everything because it transforms growth from a goal into a way of being, steady, grounded, and deeply self-respecting. Some days will feel heavy, and some will feel light, but both are necessary parts of the balance that keeps you growing whole. It's okay if no one notices your effort. The universe always mirrors the energy you put into becoming the better version of yourself. Your job is not to rush the process, but to honor the rhythm of your progress, even when it feels invisible to others. Each small step you take today prepares the path for tomorrow's opportunities, quietly connecting where you are to where you're meant to be. And one morning, you'll realize you no longer need motivation to move forward. Discipline and peace have become your natural state of being. That's when you'll understand. Improving yourself daily isn't about changing what you have, but cherishing who you're becoming through every small act of growth. By now you understand that transformation doesn't happen through dramatic gestures, but through the quiet accumulation of consistent, intentional choices made every single day. Every small effort, even if unnoticed, carries weight. Like water droplets shaping stone, the repetition slowly carves your path toward meaningful growth. You begin to notice the difference not in the outside world, but in your mind, calmer, clearer, more focused on what truly matters. Self-improvement becomes a habit of presence, where each day is treated as an opportunity to practice patience, courage, and mindful awareness of yourself. Celebrate the invisible victories, resisting distraction, completing a small task, choosing reflection over reaction, because these victories quietly rewrite your identity over time. The secret is not speed or perfection, but showing up again and again, trusting that your consistent efforts will eventually transform into visible results. You'll realize that life doesn't reward grand intentions alone. It rewards the tiny, deliberate steps you take toward becoming the person you aspire to be. Every morning, remind yourself, a small improvement today is more powerful than 1,000 plans that never leave your imagination or intentions. When you respect your own journey, the world around you begins to reflect that respect back. Calm relationships, clarity of thought, and purposeful action. The more you commit to these small steps, the easier it becomes to continue. Motivation is no longer required. Discipline has become your companion. Improving yourself daily isn't a destination, it's a lifestyle. A quiet, consistent rhythm that shapes your thoughts, emotions, and ultimately your reality. Even when life feels heavy or uncertain, these small choices act as anchors, keeping your mind steady and your direction clear amidst chaos. You stop chasing quick fixes because you've discovered that lasting change is the product of patience, self-awareness, and faith in your own process. Each day, the simple decision to do one better than yesterday compounds into a life marked by growth, resilience, and quietly earned confidence. Look back only to appreciate how far you've come, and look forward knowing each step, no matter how small, is shaping a stronger, wiser you. This audiobook is a reminder: greatness is not sudden. It is built quietly and faithfully through habits, choices, and daily improvements that never stop. The small steps you take now are the bridge to the person you wish to become: resilient, peaceful, capable, and truly self-fulfilled. So continue showing up even when the progress seems invisible, because the path you are creating is shaping your life in ways you cannot yet measure. Trust the process, honor your effort, and keep moving forward. Improvement is your daily companion, and small steps are the secret to profound change.